Hello, I'm Dr. Deidre Givens-Carroll, and I just want to briefly introduce myself. I am just got tenure at UL, so I'm really excited about that, and promoted to associate professor. I've been at UL for 8 years. Prior to that, I was at Southern University in Baton Rouge, and I taught some night classes at LSU in Baton Rouge while earning my doctorate at the University of Southern Mississippi. I just want to give you a brief background on myself. I have about 20 years of professional experience in public relations, and the practice of PR is something that I'm very passionate about. I've worked all over the world and in a variety of areas of public relations with a variety of publics. I was in Dubai, the United Arab Emirates, for about 8 years, and I worked with all different kinds of clients from airlines and the travel and tourism business to Arab health and dentistry, civil and military aviation. I did the world's probably third largest air show. I did a lot of entertainment and sports public relations while I was in the Middle East on some sports that I had no idea what they were, like snooker and rally car racing across the desert, just a whole variety of different things, powerboat racing. I did some finance and banking public relations for a bank. I helped launch unleaded fuel on the market for the first time, way behind the United States, for Emirates General Petroleum Corporation, just all different kinds. One of the few areas that I didn't work in when I was in Dubai was nonprofit PR, but I certainly did quite a bit of that in the United States, and it's a great way to get your feet wet, and it's, about volunteerism a lot of times. So I did quite a bit of nonprofit and religious public relations in the United States, as well as political and governmental PR. I worked for a presidential candidate on the local level. I worked in a state treasurer's race, in a Secretary of State's race, a U.S. Senate race, all sorts of things. I worked at the State Library of Louisiana, the mother of all libraries, and really enjoyed myself while I was there. So I think in almost all the areas of public relations, I've worked with a good variety of publics, had a good experience with it, plus ended up getting my bachelor's degree from LSU in Baton Rouge with a concentration in news journalism, news editorial journalism, with a minor in political science. And then my master's was actually an MJ, a master's of journalism. So writing is something that's very near and dear to my heart as well. And then, of course, I got my PhD in public relations at the University of Southern Mississippi in Hattiesburg. As far as my research agenda goes, it's very wide, it's very diverse. I enjoy, I still do a little bit of political and governmental public relations. I find that interesting as well. But my focus lately has been on nonprofits because I feel like they're the area that really needs help more than anything else, and they usually can't afford to get any help. So stewardship is one of my favorite areas. And religious public relations, I've done a good bit of work on that. I still like sports a good bit, and football, college football especially, is one of my favorites. Go Cajuns. I try to work that into my research agenda as well. I like international public relations a good bit. I travel to Mexico. I went back to Dubai last year after many years to present at a conference. I'm really interested in the cultural aspects, and I usually follow a qualitative agenda of research, which I'll talk about more along when we get more and more along in the course. I like long interviews and focus groups and things like that, but it just really depends on what your research area is. I'm married. I have two children, a 14-year-old who thinks she's going on 24, Grace Ann, and a 11-year-old who thinks he's going on 10, Paul. I'm married to my kindergarten sweetheart for, I think, 16 years now. We have two dogs. One's right here, Miss Paula Jean Bubbles Carroll, our miniature dachshund. And then we also have a miniature schnauzer who's came from Mexico, and she's bilingual. And we have one cat and 6 laying hens. So we sort of live out in the country. I commute to Lafayette 2 times a week, so it's really nice that I'm able to teach most of this class online. My hope for this course, which I'll get into further on, is that you'll be able to use this course to further your own research agenda since you're graduate students, whether that be in the form of a thesis or a research project, your professional project that you're using in place of the thesis to take comprehensive exams, that track. That's my hope for you this semester, and I hope to be able to help each and every one of you do that. Now, what I'm going to ask in return is that each of you go online and upload an introduction of yourself that all of us can see. So we want to be able to see you, know who you are, know a little bit about what your research agenda is, what your track is in graduate school, and that sort of thing. Welcome to the course. I can't wait to talk to you more about public relations publics.